Okay, hey guys, thanks so much for hopping on our Monday night team Zoom. It is March the 18th. Hope that you guys had a great weekend. Tonight we have the ball of fire that we all love. Lisa is going to bring this meeting home for us. She has a great topic that she wants to talk about. I think it's very relevant to anybody, no matter where you are in your business. I'm not going to ramble on, so I'm just going to turn the floor over to her.
Hey, everybody. Welcome. Thanks for coming on tonight. I hope that what I bring tonight is as helpful to you as the stuff that Carrie does for us every single week. I'm going to do my best. What I wanted to talk about tonight, I think, is like Carrie said, it's really relevant, I think, to everybody, because whether you are having a rockin' month or you are feeling really, really frustrated with where you are right now in this very moment, I think it's really important about halfway through the month to kind of take an audit of what you've accomplished the first half and see where you need to make some adjustments in the second half. Because no matter what you have as a goal set for yourself this month, I mean, if you're here, you probably have some sort of an idea or a goal, or maybe you've mapped out your month or whatever. But there's something that you want to achieve this month. And I know from talking to different girls on my team, some people are happy with where they are and some people are not. And so I wanted to basically just chat for a little bit tonight about what you should be doing and what you can do halfway through the month to kind of just evaluate where you are, how far you've made it throughout, your goal for the month, and what you can do to get past any frustrations that you might be having, to kind of reset and create a plan for success for the rest of the month. So we're going to talk about some tangible things that you can do, but I also want to talk about the most important aspect of all of this, and that's where are you in your head? Because your head is going to either allow you to completely rock this month out and be super proud of yourself, and just be really, really pleased with what you've accomplished, or it's going to completely destroy you. And so I think it's really, really important, before we even talk about the tangible things that you can do this month, over the next couple of weeks, to kind of, finish strong. I tell my team all the time, sprint through the finish line. And so, before we even talk about that, I think it's really important to just talk a little bit about your mindset. And I know some of y'all might be rolling your eyes about this. I know some people are like, oh God, not more mindset stuff. This girl's talking about, who cares, mama? Your mindset is everything. I mean, there's that saying, whether you believe that you can or you can't, you're right. And so it's really, really important, before you even talk about things that you can do in the month to get where you want to go, you need to get your mind right. Otherwise, those tasks are going to seem impossible and stupid and not worth it. And so I am really, really big into rebooting my mindset. And there are days when I wake up, sometimes days and days and days in a row, where I wake up and I really have to do something actively to get myself mentally prepared to do the things that I need to do. Some days I wake up and I'm on fire and I'm just like, I don't even need mindset. Like, I don't need personal development that day. I'm on fire. I'm ready to go. But then some days, like yesterday, or not yesterday, I feel like it's been 2 days since today. So earlier this morning, I was in a place where I was feeling like, I don't know, like I didn't really have the mental and emotional energy to do what I needed to do in my business today, to send the messages, to get parties booked, to follow up with people, to offer the opportunity, those things that we have to do if we want to grow our business. And I'll be honest with you, this morning I was not into it. I didn't wake up like raring to go this morning, but I know that those are things that I have to do in my business. It's like 1 + 1 = 2. You just have to do those things if you want to grow. And so I've gotten really good over the last few years at checking myself when I know that I'm not in the right mind space and doing something to fix it. So there are a lot of different trainings and different little videos on YouTube and all that stuff that you can do for mindset. And there are some study ones where it's like different people, like, talking all this stuff. I really, really get pumped up hearing from certain women in the business who really, they're like, I don't know, just very powerful and to the point, and they'll get you ramped up. And so I can share names of some videos if you guys want, that really, really help me when I'm in a place where I need to get my mind right. But the biggest, most important thing is that you acknowledge when you're feeling that way and force yourself to do something to get out of it. So if you're waking up and you're not feeling excited about your business and you're not feeling like you want to do the things and life is busy and life is crazy and I feel depressed or I feel frustrated or I have so much that I need to do and I don't know where to pinpoint, like where to go next, just stop what you're doing and spend 15 to 20 minutes doing a little bit of personal development. Like I said, I can send you guys some examples. There's one video that's actually way more than 20 minutes, like a 40-minute video. I sent it to Carrie recently. It's Nikki Simches, and she's on Valentina Ganter's YouTube channel, and she's talking about, I think she says something about like I can't remember, taking her to church or something. It's a whole mindset thing. She calls herself the mindset ninja, which is appropriate for her. And I feel like maybe she might like be my, mindset fairy godmother because she speaks my language. Find somebody who ramps you up, like whoever it is, just listen to it. Because when I do that, by the time it's over, I'm not in my mind thinking about the things that are confusing me or frustrating me or overwhelming me. I'm thinking about, okay, I'm not worried about what people think. I'm not worried about, the fact that I'm busy. I'm not worried that I haven't talked to this person in a while. I'm not worried that the last 10 people told me no. I'm here because I have a goal. I have something to do for myself. I'm here for my family. I'm here for a reason that's bigger than whatever it is that I'm worried they might think about me if I send them a message. And I'm just going to do what I need to do for my business. It puts me in a better place mentally. I got it written over here by my computer, and it talks about posture. It just says posture really big. And I don't know if y'all are familiar with the word posture, but it's that kind of, I don't need you, you need me. I'm not begging you. I'm the one with the great opportunity type of a mindset. And it says posture. I know what I have. I don't need your approval. And that's all it says on there. And I've got it written right next to my computer, because when I go to send messages, sometimes I'll get in my head and I won't want to do it. I have all these reasons why they might say no or why she wouldn't be interested or whatever. I think those things too. But guess what? I know what I have, and I don't need your approval. I'm asking, are you open? And so I do that, and that helps me in my messages when I'm doing that. I think it's really, really important to get to a place mentally. Sit down and think about what it is that you want out of this business. Like, remind yourself, why in the heck did you sign up in the first place? Or if your why has changed since then, why do you do this every day? What are the goals that you have for yourself? And are the actions that you're taking every day leading you to that? I was watching a training for a few minutes earlier. I just caught the tail end of it. And he was talking about 3 questions that got his head out of his rear end. That's what he said. And one of them, the 3 questions were, who do you want to become? Or is it, what do you want? Who do you want to become? And then the third one was, what's your one topic, I think he said, and how do you want to be announced on stage? You think about those things. And those are hard questions to answer. And it probably took me a good hour or 2 of thinking about that and walking around my house and doing other things. And then I came back and I sat down and I filled it out. And it's, what do you want? Be really, really clear on what it is that you want. And I don't mean like, oh, I want to make money. Oh, I want to pay for my kids' dance lessons. There are a million ways you can pay for your kids' dance lessons. What is it about this that's making you go, this is the opportunity. This is what I really want. And get deep with it. Like, sit down and really think about it. And when you can identify those things and maybe sit that out where you work, and when you're having a day when you just don't feel like doing the things, listen to some personal development, watch a quick video of somebody who amps you up, and then look at those questions and read them and ask yourself, are my actions leading me toward these things? And I can tell you, like, today, until I did that stuff, my actions weren't leading me towards nothing. I was not doing what I needed to do. I was just kind of putting everything on the back burner because I felt overwhelmed with the things that I needed to do. I think that's something that we typically tend to do. You feel overwhelmed, and maybe you're not where you want to be right now, and it seems really far off, and so you just go, oh, screw it. I'll try again next month. Well, you can't do that. We're only halfway through the month right now, and Carrie will back me up on this. I've seen incredible things happen in as little as 2 to 3 days in this business. I've seen insurmountable achievements accomplished on the last day of the month when they seemed absolutely unachievable. And so to give up halfway through the month it's absurd. And I beg you not to do that to yourself, because one of the best feelings in the world is to, even if you don't reach the goal you've set for yourself, is to know that you busted your ass and you did everything that you could to get there, so that you can feel proud of yourself. that's what, there's not really a better feeling than knowing, okay, like I rocked it. I did everything I could do. I'm so proud of myself. I showed up even when things were hard. That's just something that it really drives me. I want to be able to feel proud of what I'm doing. And that kind of like nagging guilt in the back of my mind when I know I've kind of copped out and given up when I could have done more I don't like the way that feels. And so, I don't know if you're like me or not. Maybe it doesn't bother you at all, but it bothers me. And so I want to encourage you wherever you are in your business right now this month to just sit down, and look at what you have left this month. Okay. We've still got 2 weeks left. And you may or may not, you may be thrilled with what you've accomplished this month. And if you are, then I'm freaking pumped for you. That's incredible. And it's okay with being totally fine with where you are, totally fine. But for anybody that's feeling like, okay, I'm a little off track from where I want to be, I'm way off track from where I want to be, this month isn't going the way I expected it to, I'm feeling discouraged, I'm feeling frustrated, I'm so far away from my goals, I might as well just give up. If that's you, just take a look at what you've accomplished so far. Enjoy and celebrate the little wins. I want you to take out a piece of paper and I want you to sit down and I want you to write down like all of the things that you can think of that you did accomplish this month, because you need to get into a positive mindset. You need to get into a feeling of accomplishment. And so instead of sitting and beating yourself up for what you haven't accomplished this month, sit down and literally, like kindergarten exercise, sit down and write it down. What have I accomplished this month? What can I be proud of? How can I give myself a pat on the back? It's going to change the whole way that you feel about yourself. It's going to completely reset your energy. And then you can sit down and you can say, okay, what can I do differently? What can I do more of? What can I improve upon so that I can get closer to where I thought I was going to be this month? Because I'll tell you, it's not impossible. It's not impossible for you to end this month where you wanted to. It's not impossible for you to kick your goals like in the ass and totally surpass everything that you wanted this month. There's so much time left, but there's not enough time to sit around and waste and feel sorry for yourself and feel like a loser, because that's not going to help anybody. So if that's where you are right now, if you're feeling discouraged, if you're feeling upset, if you're feeling like, oh God, this is such a waste of time, I suck, this business isn't for me, I don't know what I'm doing, I can't do this, I want you to just say stop. Look at yourself in the mirror and just be like, stop it. I'm not going to do this to myself. Sit down and write down your wins, even if they are so tiny. Even if it's, I sent 5 messages yesterday about the kudos. Like, it can be anything at all. I sold a lip liner. Like, be proud of yourself. I don't care if it's a $7.50, liner sharpener. Like, it's still a positive thing. I listened to 15 minutes of personal development. That's really good. That's really good. Write it down as a win. And then start thinking about, what can I do differently? Everybody has access to like daily task lists and things that you can and should be doing for your business if you want to grow. And on that list, you're going to find things like posting multiple times a day to get your algorithms up, sending messages to people, comment on 10 or 20 non-presenters posts on Facebook, maybe go live, post a product, something, post in your parties, ask for parties. Those are all things that you should be doing. And if you can look and say, well, I haven't really been consistent with that stuff, then instead of beating yourself up about it, just write it down. Okay, this is what I can do better. And you still have 2 weeks left to improve upon that. And I promise you, when you do, you're going to be so freaking proud of yourself. Just don't give up on yourself. That's kind of like the theme for tonight. Do not give up on yourself. You're all here for a reason. You all joined for a reason. And I just know I've been hearing a mixed bag of things. Some people are super excited. Some people are feeling really discouraged. Some people are not having the results from the kudos that they thought they were going to have. And there are always things that we can ramp up a little bit. Carrie's talked about before, when somebody comes to her and says, nobody wants to join, nobody wants to buy, nobody wants to party, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, well, show me your inbox. Go take a look at your own inbox. Like, audit yourself. How many messages have you sent recently? What are you saying to these people? Do you need help? Do you feel like you want to change the wording? Do you feel like you don't know how to talk to people? You don't know what to say? You have, you have me as a resource, you have Carrie as a resource, you have, if you've got other green statuses above you as a resource, or if you've got a sponsor who's pink status, who's a total rock star, and she knows exactly what to say, go to her. We're all here to help each other. And we can all constantly improve upon things. So my biggest tips are, one, to feed yourself positive things when you're feeling discouraged. And then celebrate your small wins, and then look at how, what else can you do differently? How can you reset? And just to move forward with confidence. Sometimes, and I've heard this a little bit lately, some people have jumped in full force this month for the first time in a really long time. Maybe you've been in the business for a while and you haven't really been doing a lot of stuff. And then, you're feeling inspired. We got Eric on board with us. Everybody's talking about this and that, and there's so much energy, and the kudos is here, and you're so excited because you want that ring light. So this month you're really giving it all you've got, and you're not seeing the results that you were expecting to see yet. Keep going. Consistency is where that's going to happen. You can always talk to more people. You can always share the products in a more personal way. If you're not going live on your Facebook page, consider doing it. It really, really does help. It really does. Get on just for a few minutes. You don't even have to talk about the price of the kudos. You can literally just get on there and just put it on half your face and be like, y'all, I still can't believe how great this looks. Just share it with as many people as humanly possible, and give it a little bit of time. Unfortunately, if it's the first month that you've really been pushing hard, you may not see quite the response that you were expecting, and that's because it takes time to build up that trust. What you do now is going to fuel your business for the next 2 to 3 months. So if you don't see the results that you're wanting right this second, that doesn't mean you should go away and give up. It means you need to keep going, because you're basically putting pennies in the pot, and you're going to be able to cash them in later once you've put enough in there. So I just encourage all of you to keep. I got a phone call. I know sometimes it gets frustrating. I know sometimes it gets discouraging, but you're a business owner, and it's up to you to do what you need to do to get yourself back in the right mindset. And it's up to you to do that every single day, because when you look at that paper about the reason, like the things that you really want, like how do you want this to change your life? You need to be doing things every single day that will get you closer to that. I know we don't want to do them all the time. I don't want to do them all the time, but what do they say? It's like commitment is doing the things that you said you were going to do long after you have left the feeling of wanting to do them, or the mood that you were in when you committed to them. You just have to keep going, because you're going to be so freaking proud of yourself if you do. And that's real. I mean, I feel like I would need to talk more, but I was like trying to edit myself down so that I wouldn't talk too much. But those are really the things, like get in the right mindset, do some personal development. Don't roll your eyes about it. Don't think it's stupid. Go find a video that motivates you. Find somebody who gives you the kick in the pants that you need, and who makes you feel excited to go take action and to not care what other people think. This is your business. This is for your family. This is for your future and your legacy that you're doing this. And if somebody's not interested, or if 50 people are not interested, they don't get to determine whether or not you succeed at this. Only you get to determine that. And if someone loves it or if they hate it, that's not your problem. It's just your job to show up every day and to be really excited. And if you're not excited, then find a way to get excited. Carol Lewis Newton was saying recently, and I shared it in my team page, that when she's feeling discouraged, and this is my thing too, when I'm feeling discouraged, I'm feeling like I don't want to do the things, you have to show up anyway and do those tasks. Because when you do that, when you dive in and you do it more on the days that you don't want to do it than you normally would, you start getting messages back. You start getting people are excited about this, or you really made somebody's day, or this girl feels beautiful because of the foundation she bought from you 2-3 weeks ago, or this girl does want to host a party, and those kinds of things, they will fuel your fire again, and you will find yourself being really excited all over again. It's kind of like when you are trying to get over a plateau with weight loss. Like, you can't just do the little bit. When you plateau and you want to get to that next level and start losing weight again, you just have to ramp it up. You don't give up, because then you're going to put all the weight back on, but you ramp it up and you do more. Even when you don't want to do more, you do more, and you're going to get to the next level. You're going to lose more weight, make more money, and you're going to be a lot happier with your business. So just give yourself a pat on the back, celebrate your wins, and take audit of what can you do differently. This is your business, and the only person who it holds you accountable is you. And I want you to be proud of yourself. because you freaking deserve it. I mean, why should we feel ashamed of ourselves? And, I don't want to feel like crap because I know that I could have done more. So yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. That's it. Do y'all have anything you want to say? I'm going to check the chat really quick and see if there's anything that I missed. Yeah, awesome things do happen at the end of the month. I just keep going, you guys. There's so much that can happen still this month. It's unbelievable. I mean, we literally just met the halfway point of the month. There's so much time left. And whatever it is that you're not doing, go do it double and just do it for a week and see if you see an increase in your productivity. I promise you 100% you will see some kind of result if you just show up a little bit bigger. Thank you very much.
I agree. I'll say this, like what Lisa was talking about too, is so true. If you're dead right now, if your business is dead right now, self-reflect back to November and December, because it takes about 8, 10, 12 weeks before you're going to start seeing those results. So the holidays are hard. Everybody's busy, but I guarantee you, if I went to every single person on this team and that has like high PRS and they're kicking butt right now, and I said, how was your November and December? What did you do? Did you show up every day for your business, or was like life crazy and you got in the way? Most of them are going to be like, no, girl, I was rocking it. And that's what they're reaping right now. So get out of that cycle, right? Just get out of that cycle, because only you can change that. Only you can change that. And just like she said, self-evaluate back. Look what you were doing. See what took place. See where your numbers were. See what happened. And look at the things that you can change. Because for me, as weird as it seems, like that's exciting to me whenever I go, okay, here's what I did. I did these things I should have done, or I could have done this differently. That's exciting to me because it gives me something to look forward to, and it gives me something to change, and it gives me something new. It gives me something exciting, because this business can get very repetitive too, I think. And if you get caught up on that wheel, like you're a hamster and you're just running that wheel and you're not looking out and you're not doing different things and fun and exciting things, you're going to get burned out. Who wouldn't? That's in anything that we do in our life. You got to get off the wheel. Get off the wheel. This is kind of like I told Caden, like we were driving this weekend out of town, and he's like this the entire time. Nose was in the phone, or he had the laptop. He was on the laptop, and I'm like, dude, you are like missing the whole countryside. There's icicles. There's elk. There's cute things like you can be looking at, and his nose, like he just could not get out of it, and he missed so many things because that was his choice. I think our business is the same way. So you guys are killing it. I mean, honestly, like if you're on here, most of you guys are the same people that get on here week after week after week. You show up, you're consistent. If your numbers don't reflect what you want them to, we need to figure out why. But a lot of that's going to come from your just self-reflection and figuring out what that is. And honest to God, it goes back to mindset. Just like the 3 things that she said, what was the first one he said? What do you want to be?
It was, what do you want? And then who do you want to become? And it was encouraged to get dig deep. Hold on, I'll grab mine really fast. I'm not going to read it all. Because it's, it's personal stuff. But what do you want? I mean, I could have just been like, well, I want more money. I want to be able to go on vacations. But mine was, what do you want? I want to not have money be a worry of mine anymore. I want a greater life than I ever expected that I could have. I want to be proud of myself. I want to be well known for my success. I want to inspire people to go for it and not give up on themselves. Those are things that I'm only going to be able to be those things. I'm only going to be able to have those things if I work really, really hard and create something worth being proud of. And so that drives me, because that's my biggest thing. I want to be really proud of myself. I want other people to be proud of me. I want my family to be proud of me, And so, and then the next one was, who do you want to become? When you look at kind of your ideal life and who you've grown into being, and using this business as a vehicle to have that, who are you? Who is that ideal person that you are? It doesn't have to even be totally business wise. And the last one was, what's your one talk? And how do you want to be introduced on stage? So if you were known for something, you were told to speak at convention, what would you speak on? And how can you become an expert on that? by rocking the crap out of your business and in that area. And how can you inspire people? It's bigger than, it's bigger than an extra $50 a month, because anybody can give up on $50 a month. It needs to be something that connects you to a place where you don't want to give up on that, where it would be a major loss in your life and in your future if you gave up on that, and have that out where you can look at it, so you can remind yourself, like, I haven't been doing anything to get anywhere near that for the last 2 weeks, or it's been 4 months since I've even done anything to get me where, where I could even see that one day. I think it's a good thing to kind of hold you accountable, hold yourself accountable, because you're not accountable to anybody but yourself.